Monster Mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master
Oh, boy.
Oh, man, that's right.
Oh, I love it.
It's spooky episode.
The Monster
Halloween.
Mash.
Yes.
Here we go. So not exactly experts. We're back for another episode. Rusty, Jarrett, myself. We're doing a little Halloween themed edition. Obviously, with Halloween coming around the corner, and so we wanted to just come up with a few, again, random topics similar to last episode. And so each of us have prepared a handful of topics, and we're just going to kind of go around the horn and start discussing Halloween. By the way, are you guys dressing up this year? Do you have costumes picked out?
And I think we had ideas of what we wanted to do, but it depends if we decide to go out or nothing. So I think right now, I don't think we are. I think we might be just staying in.
And I had to dress up for work, so we had a contest for work. So I've already done it, but I'll probably do it again because I won the contest. So
what did you win? What did you win as?
I was Alan from The Hangover.
Nice.
Yes.
And I saw that you had the full baby and you had the beard and everything.
Oh yeah.
Where did you find a baby mask?
I bought it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. It was a full costume just off Amazon.
Oh, okay.
How much did the option?
You can buy babies. You can buy babies on Amazon.
How much did the baby option cost?
The whole thing was like $40.
With a real baby?
Yeah, that was a real baby. You couldn't tell?
I think you missed a golden opportunity not dressing up Eric.
He's too big, and he would not do the baby carrier thing. Not a chance.
That would make it even funnier. The older the baby is, I think it would be even more hilarious.
We thought about it, but he would be a disaster.
Okay.
Not good. What about you, Fur?
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen. So we do a little gig at the house, have a little mini haunted house. So I'll dress up for that for the trick or treaters, but I don't think I'm going out this year.
Were you guys ever big decorators for Halloween? Like either your families like really kind of put in the spider webs and maybe the blow ups and everything.
Not a huge fan of the blow ups actually.
Really?
For any season, yeah. I don't know. I just don't like the blow ups.
Okay.
Jarrett's a big fan of blow up dolls, so
sometimes, hey, you know what? When you sleep alone for a lot of nights, sometimes it's just comfortable to have that semi-warm latex body that's just right there. So,
all right, moving on.
Hey, I'll say this: my family didn't really have to put any decorations out because people did it for us. We always had this toilet paper stuff in our trees, so I don't know what was going on, but it worked.
Your house was always mummified.
Oh my gosh!
Courtesy of Jarett Heelan.
Yeah. Bro. Yeah.
So let's start out. Either of you two want to go first for your topic?
I guess I'll kick it off. So obviously, and I can't believe how many times I've had this discussion with people, and it's weird how there are just two different sides to this whole topic. And I'm obviously going to throw it to you guys. What is the better trick-or-treat candy? Are you thinking fruity candy or more chocolate candy?
Go ahead, Fur.
So I would say I'm going to pick more the fruity. I'm a huge gummy fan. Anything gummy. Love the gummy sharks, gummy worms, gummy bears, gummy frogs, anything gummy. So I'm taking, I guess, the fruity.
Me too. I love fruity stuff, gummy stuff, sour stuff. Give it all to me. I really don't like if you give me a Hershey's bar, I'll take like one bite off it. I'm not going to eat the whole dang thing.
What if we give you a Kit Kat?
Hell no. Honestly, the only time I really like chocolate is if it's mixed with peanut butter. Like I'm just not a big chocolate fan.
So you like
I'm
Reese's?
Weird. Reese's is great.
Yeah.
That's heaven.
Okay, so all right. So now it's an option now between Reese's and gummy worms.
Gummy worms.
That is crazy. Crazy.
Why?
I'm talking to two psychopaths. Really? Rudy, you guys would take fruity stuff, gummies, over Snickers and 100 grand and Butterfinger and everything else. You would rather have that. Oh my gosh, I don't understand you. It makes no sense.
So you're telling me you agree?
I'm on board with gummies. I'm on board. No, I've never been a fan of gummies. I remember maybe eating a little bit, but like if I had my choice, I would never between gummies, fruity, or chocolate. I'm picking chocolate. I'm picking, the mini. Like I said, the mini Reese's, the mini Butterfingers, the mini Snickers. I'm taking that all day, every day. I am staying away from the Jolly Ranchers or anything else. That's not Halloween candy.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the hard. I'm it's more gummies. So
Yeah.
I'm actually to this topic. It is also kind of one of the things I had is while we're on the topic of candy, which is obviously pretty easy to get on for Halloween, the best and the worst Halloween candy. So I was looking up by state. There's some research done by state of what the best and the most popular Halloween candy is by state. Kansas. Any guesses?
Like Sixlets?
Oh, I love Sixlets.
I thought it was something stupid like that. I feel like I've seen this before, but maybe
No.
I'm wrong.
So this is a Forbes article I'm seeing. It's actually what we just talked about. It's Reese's Cups, which is
Okay.
So right next door to Missouri, to Kansas City, obviously, the Milky Way, a little bit of a
What
surprise.
a bunch of idiots.
And then to the west of us in Colorado, it's Twix.
Okay.
To the
That'd
north,
be brownies.
Yeah. or gummies.
to the
True.
north in Nebraska, saltwater taffy, and then to the south,
Are they Amish?
to the south is double bubble gum in Oklahoma. Like,
Okay, that's the worst.
super random, by the way. How could they be so different in like 4 states?
Took these polls.
How do you measure that? I mean, like, who are you talking to?
Is
that
that
you're just asking?
I interviewed 3 people over the weekend. No,
is
so
that
here's
the most popular or the most like people
that
would
was
say
the
that's their
most-
favorite?
I'm not sure. I believe it was most popular. So the other thing that's interesting here I have is the worst Halloween candy ranked. So we kind of talked about the best. So we both hit on the best. Jarett, you hit on it. We all touched on it. Is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is actually number 1.
Okay.
Number 2.
Now, these are the
best. These are the best. And this actually comes from candystore.com, who they interviewed 600,000 people. So this one's pretty legit.
I'll say Butterfinger.
So Snickers is actually number 2. Twix is number 3. Rusty, your favorite Kit Kat, is number 4, and M&Ms are 5. So Jarett, to your point, chocolate is the top 5. It's not till number 6 where Nerds, right, is a sweet. Number 8 is the Sour Patch Kids, and 9 is Skittles. Everything else in the top 10 is all chocolate related.
And I'm surprised because I just don't. Now maybe I've never had Nerds, so I really can't.
You've never had Nerds?
No, never had Nerds.
Wow.
Never had Sour Patch Kids. It doesn't. I don't like sour stuff. Like
Did you ever have
lemons? Nothing.
No lemon drops?
No.
What about I swear everyone in middle school, it was the coolest thing to see who could suck on a warhead the longest without puckering up. You never had a warhead?
Never had a warhead. I've never. Your reaction. Yeah, I've never had a warhead. Never.
Now, that's something we should have done on the podcast and watch him do it.
We need to do that. So let's get that set up. We're gonna do a warhead challenge, the 3 of us, and see which one's funnier.
Okay.
So I had one the other day. I hadn't had one in years, and Eric had something.
I'm my glands right
forehead
now are just
yeah, dude. I put it in my mouth
up as we talk about this.
Dude, it was so sour it tore up my mouth. The roof of my mouth was gone. It's ridiculous.
That
and it's
doesn't sound
amazing.
fun. That doesn't sound fun at all.
It's
Like why would you
wonderful.
eat that?
For fun.
It's
Or
just
like a challenge. It's just like a challenge.
yeah, I guess it's kind of like with hot stuff too, but yeah, that sounds terrible.
Speaking of hot stuff, and this is, I guess, more of a sweet. Have you ever had hot tamales?
If I think I can count on my hand how many hot tamales I've had in my life.
Like boxes or like individual hot tamales? You've had less than five. That's
Individual hot
crazy.
tamales. Yeah.
How?
I'm not a big, because I think hot tamales kind of have a cinnamon taste, don't they?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm not big on that. Not
Me
big with the heat with it too. And obviously it's not extremely hot, but I'm just no, I'm still just not outside of those suckers, the old commercials with the owl. Like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? That's it. Like other than that, I'm chocolate. I'm chocolate through and through. So.
All right, so I want to wrap up the best and worst candy piece. So I'm going to do a quick challenge for the both of you two. We're going to do the worst candies. Right, this comes from the candystore.com. 600,000 people. First with 3 strikes loses.
Okay.
We're going to go back and forth. Guess the top 10. If you hit one on the top 10 list, we go to you move on. You don't get a strike. So it's kind of like
Kit Kat.
That's your first vote. That's a
No.
strike. That's a
I
strike.
said that was my 3. That's the worst.
Strike, Rusty, for you. Jarett?
Oh my gosh.
I was actually picking Kit Kat.
All right.
I'll say hot tamales.
Hot tamales are not on there, so there's a strike. Rusty, for real this time.
Milky Way.
It's chocolate. It's not on there either.
Damn.
So
Strike for each of you. These are the worst candies.
okay. So then it is. Can we get a hint? Is it like
Just think of candies that are gross that you don't like.
Oh man.
Hour laters.
I wasn't a big Sub-Zero fan.
I've never heard of Sub-Zero, but they're not on there.
Okay.
Now or later's also not on there. So 2 strikes each. Come on, someone just get one on the list now.
Can Google it.
My mind is my mind is blank right now. I'm really trying to think something I had that I just was like, ugh.
Almond Joy.
Nope. Jarett, last guess.
What's the ones with the coconut? Sometimes
Almond Joy.
Coconut. Sometimes was it almond? Okay, never mind.
You're both at 3 strikes. All right, let's go through the top 10.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. I have no idea.
This is tough.
When you hear these, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, that's not the greatest. Bit of honey, number 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
not really.
Good and plenty.
Never
9.
had it.
Disgusting.
This one's a little bit of surprise. Licorice is number 8. I love licorice.
I know lots of people who love licorice. Maybe they mean black licorice.
It just says, it says this does not include Twizzlers. So maybe you're right. It is black licorice.
Is number 1 candy corn?
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Number 8, Smarties, which
Okay.
I agree. Like everyone eats them, but they're not that great.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of surprise because it's chocolate. 7, Tootsie Rolls. I'm really actually surprised that's in the top 10.
I am not a big Tootsie Roll fan.
I'm not either, but it's chocolate. Like
bland.
I'm kind of surprised.
I don't know if it's the texture. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it takes too long, too chewy.
Yeah.
Necco wafers, those like round, tasteless discs that are like
They're bad.
they're like like you could write a math equation on the chalkboard with them.
First of all, I don't know if I've gotten any of these in Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just going. Look, don't be mad at me. Hate the players, not the game. Wax Coke bottles. Have you ever had wax?
Those
Coke
are
bottles?
disgusting.
Yeah.
Never had it.
Peanut butter kisses.
What?
The old number 1. Not number 1 this year, but last year's number 1. And I totally agree with this. I've had them before, but they're not that great. Circus peanuts. Did you ever have circus peanuts?
Yes.
Oh man.
It's they're like old. I compare them like the old Peeps. That's what I would say. That's what they do with the old Peeps that they don't sell at Easter. They just turn them into
circus peanuts.
Yeah.
Just the yellow ones though. And
Yeah.
number 1, you guys said it earlier, and I don't know why there's no love for it. I don't mind it, but candy corn is the most hated Halloween candy.
I actually think it's okay.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah, I'm not on board with the full hate of candy corn. I mean, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite, but I don't mind it.
I did see someone like put candy corn all over a pizza and then like put the pizza in the oven and
That
like
doesn't
melted it
sound.
on the pizza. Yeah,
Why?
that's
Why would you ruin a pizza like that?
Yeah,
That must be the same people that think that hot dogs are tacos.
has to be.
Yeah. Candy corn is the Nickelback of candy. I think a lot of people just hate it, and I think it's just kind of a worldwide thing. But
It's
like,
just fun to hate or
it's
something.
just fun to hate. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Could be.
What do you think, Rusty? You got a topic?
I didn't know I was supposed to come up with any topics.
All right.
Was that
Well,
what we're supposed to do?
You missed that text.
I'm just kidding. Well, I went opposite of like
No, this is
candy
good.
and
Switch it up.
trick-or-treating. I went with well, I guess I did have one trick-or-treating question. When is it too old to go?
That's tough.
Because
Look.
even last year, we don't get a ton of trick-or-treaters, but I got some that were probably like pretty late high schoolers, like probably juniors in high school. And I was like, man,
Here's my take. If someone comes to
doing?
my door and they're dressed up, like I've had it a time before where kids come to my door and they're not dressed up and they just have a bag of candy. No, go home, kids. Do something. Like put a little effort into it. But if
Yep.
you're dressed up and you're into the spirit, I say there's no age limit. No age limit at
I
all.
give it to them. I just think it's kind of weird.
And I agree with you. I believe if you're dressed up and you're into the holiday spirit, yeah, I don't think there's an age limit because then now the old geezer comes out on you. It's like, well, would you rather have them trick? Would you rather have an 18-year-old, a bunch of 18-year-olds trick or treating in your house dressed up like a bunch of ghosts and wizards, or would you rather have them be out and about smashing pumpkins and getting into trouble? Well, obviously, you would rather have them trick or treating, having fun, living it up.
That's true.
So, but when
Although,
but-
it'd be weird. It'd be weird if there was like a 50-year-old that knocked on my door and said, "Trick or treat."
yes,
Like that would be a little
He's
different.
a
Unless they have a kid with them, and then that changes everything.
dude, there's adult Halloween. I mean, what if it was a group of adults? What if it's if it's a single guy in his 40s who's dressed up like Harry Potter? You maybe give him some sympathy candy.
That would be awesome. First of all, yes.
But like it's not a joke. Like this guy's like my
Dead
grandpa-
serious.
Yeah, dead serious. Like I'm here to collect candy and I live alone and I'm giving some to my cats when I get home. Then yeah, that's sad.
Might be why you live alone.
But like if it's like a group of like 5 or 6 adults and they're adult trick or treating and they give you like a mixed drink or something, it's like here's trick or treat or something. Like yeah, live it up. That's fine. But I have to go what my initial thought was when you said what's too old to go trick or treating. I think I quit going before junior high. I just think maybe because a lot of my friends weren't into it anymore. I think by the time I was in junior high, I might have been done for a couple of years.
And there is an age where like I feel like it just becomes like not cool to do it. But then
Yeah.
I feel like there you pass that at a certain level and then it's like, oh, okay, maybe it's not cool.
I think it depends on the person and the group of people.
Yeah.
I think if you and your buddies, a good mixture, a group of kids went out and did it, who cares? You know what? You guys are having fun. You're dressing up. You're going door to door. Who cares? Live it up. You're gonna do you. I think once in college, you can do it in high school. I think in college, I think that kind of passes. You go to Halloween parties.
There are Halloween parties, but I would say that if I recall correctly, I've seen in college towns, college kids kind of going around and doing the group like trick-or-treating thing.
Okay. And that's fun. That's fine. I'm like, you know what? If you're having fun, maybe there is no age limit.
What do you think, Rusty?
Yeah.
If they passed out Bud Lights, I'd think about still going trick or treating. I just don't need the candy. I don't know. Like I said, I just think it gets to a point where it's not very cool. And then, like you said, it's just kind of weird when you're expecting that when they ring the doorbell, you're like, oh, it's going to be some kids. And then it's freaking 20-year-old or 30-year-old. You're just like, okay.
So do you
Had
have a
nothing better to
cutoff
do?
age? Is there a cutoff age or like a cutoff are you with like once you're done with high school or done with middle school?
Yeah, if you're out of school, find something else to do. That's just how I am. But
What if-
like you
what
said,
if-
if they show up, I still give them candy.
Now, what if Eric gets to the age 15, 16, 17, and let's just say it's a tradition that him and his buddies have done. For some reason, him and like 6 or 7 people have trick or treated together ever since they were kids. And now he starts getting to, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and he's still wanting to go trick or treating. Are you going to let him go?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's no harm in it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
I'll be cool.
Okay.
Here's the other thing I've noticed. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Kids these days don't even say trick or treat.
Yeah,
They just ring the doorbell and then put their freaking bag out, and you're like, say something.
Yeah.
Come
on.
on.
So that's my question then back to you. Do you hold firm? Like if they don't say trick or treat, are you still like candy dumping in their bags, or are you like, hey guys, magic word?
I make Courtney do it. She's usually the one. My wife's usually the one that gives out the candy, and she is pretty strict on it. She says, well, what do you say? That's dang right. Make them say it. Make them earn it.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree. What's the harm of saying just trick or treat? So no, I've never experienced that. I've never experienced just ding dong. You open the door and there's this little kid that's holding out a bag. No, every kid that's ever come to the house to trick or treat, they've said it. Unless they're like super young,
right?
Then then the parents encourage them. Like,
Sure.
all right, what do you say? So
yeah, and I guess there could be kids too that are just super shy or maybe have disabilities or something we don't even know.
Yeah,
they're all dressed up. How the heck do you know? But
true.
Yeah.
All right, what's your topic?
Well, to add to this, have you seen the push? And what are your guys' thoughts on basically a second Halloween on the last Saturday of the month? So, right, there's the whole thing of like, look, in many cases you have school the next day, right? It's late, it's late at night. Why not be able to trick or treat earlier in the afternoon, right? You don't have to wait to get out of school and just spend a Saturday trick or treating. So
wouldn't it be easier to make the day after Halloween like a holiday?
Well, the only reason
that would work.
And if anybody here listens that follows my wife on Facebook or follows me on Facebook, me and my wife had a discussion about this, and she brought it up. It's like, hey, did you hear that they might be moving Halloween to maybe the last weekend in October? And then I said, oh, you mean not on Thursdays anymore? Which I don't know why I always thought Halloween's landed on Thursdays.
That's Thanksgiving, Jarett.
I know. Well, I was definitely not thinking about Thanksgiving. But I think it's a great idea. I mean, it's because Halloween is All Hallows Eve, and obviously that date is never going to change. But maybe to have a nationwide, hey, we're going to have it, like you said, on the last Friday, the last Saturday of the month, so kids can go out, not have to worry about going to school, because Halloween falls on a Thursday this year. So you have to worry about kids staying out late, and then obviously they want to stay up, eat the candy, and then that just kind of ruins the whole next day then.
I don't know how it is in other places, but kids even if it's on the weekend, they don't go out trick or treating that long. Like by 9:30, like it's over. So like to me, really the thing you're thinking about for people staying out late is the adults that are out like having Halloween parties, which most of them do that on the weekend anyways. Doesn't matter when Halloween falls, they just wait till Saturday to do it.
I think some of the push is like it gets dark because it gets dark so early.
Yes.
Thank God it's before the time change, because that's even worse, and I could go off on a full tangent on how much I hate that. But the with how early it gets dark, like 7:00, it's pretty dark, especially if you're in the eastern part of the state. And so being able to, if you've got younger kids, to have the peace of mind of knowing like, hey, like they're out and about, but there's still sunlight out. So like, I think that's part of the push for the Saturday thing, which by the way, I'm seeing that according to, I don't know how official this is, but according to National Day calendar, it is now an official holiday. It's a National Trick or Treat Day, which is the last Saturday in October. So it's apparently official now.
Interesting.
How long has it been official?
14 days and 37 minutes.
Oh, that's crazy that you know that to the minute. That's
I think
amazing.
too.
So it makes
like,
sense because you see a lot of the trunk or treat things.
I was
Oh,
about
yeah.
to say that.
I think
traditional
maybe
trick or
that's
treating.
where.
Traditional trick or treating is almost gone. Even here in small Colby, Kansas, is like we do a downtown trick or treating where everybody takes their kids and they can go to every freaking business up and down Main Street and get a ton of candy. And then they don't have to drag their kids out all night long to 15 different neighborhoods to go get candy. And the parents love it because the kids are done by 7 o'clock. So
Why
But
do you
man,
think that-
I don't
why do you
like
think
that.
Yeah,
It's
why
not-
do you think that
it's not
changed
true trick or treating.
over the last 10, 15 years that now
Well-
you're seeing these trick or treatings, or maybe you're seeing businesses now open at 2 or 3, so and then when school's out, then the kids go out and do it, or
The
just
trunk or treat was a safety thing. That
Mhm.
was because they don't want little kids out late in the dark going to freaking who knows whose house. So the trunk or treat was a safe environment. You can go and get candy and still dress up and have fun. I mean, taking a little bit of the fun out of it, but I think that was the point of it.
But even when I was a kid, like I never went alone. Like the folks always took me and the brothers, and we went to houses of people we knew, and we went to houses that we knew the lights were on, and so we never went alone. Even in Atwood, which is there's 1,000 people in Atwood, so no one's gonna slip us a blade or some candy lace with anthrax or nothing. We don't have to worry about that. So if you're letting your 8 or 9-year-olds like, all right, just open the door and just kick them out and let them go trick or treat, and you're just a crappy parent.
Be home before midnight.
Be home before midnight. Yeah.
So I hope what this doesn't do is because to me it's tradition to like go house to house and trick or treat.
Yeah.
So I hope that with this becoming a national holiday on the last day of Saturday, if this does take off and it
Preserve
becomes a
that.
thing, that it's like becomes the Saturday like trunk or treat type of deal, and then on the actual day of Halloween is when you go around to the houses, or vice versa or something. But like I hope we
like
don't
that idea.
lose. I hope we don't lose the house to house thing because that's just like, to me that's Halloween.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
Agreed.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel. If you go down like to a trunk or treat, like you got to work for your candy, man.
Yeah.
You gotta walk down multiple streets. You gotta go to the house that doesn't have the light on and hope that someone answers, and they don't have apples, but they've got gummy bears for their treat.
That would be the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, and I agree. I totally agree with you. It's and it's also it's part of that community. It's part of that community environment, and it's like, hey, it's safe for these kids to come up in the roads and do this, and it's fun. It's good to see the kids dress up, and I enjoy when people decorate their yards and they go all out, and I enjoy it. Even though I'm a lazy house decorator, and so I'm not going to do anything. So I enjoy seeing it.
Yeah. Did you guys ever get like any terrible trick or treat? Like not candy, like homemade
remember.
trick or treat things like popcorn balls
Oh yeah.
or
yeah.
candy
Oh
apples.
man, I think when my parents handed out popcorn balls one year.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad to admit that.
Yeah. So we lived in a neighborhood. When I was really little, we lived in a neighborhood like it was a bunch of older people, and that's what we would get. So I didn't necessarily enjoy trick or treating around our area. And also, there was I think it was a dentist that would literally hand out like, a
Toothbrushes.
toothbrush. Yes. And my mom would make us go up. Like, you just be pissed as a kid. Like, are you serious, Mom?
But as a
Like,
parent, which I can
Yeah.
speak for now, I'm happy because that's one less thing I have to buy for my kid now.
True. And they're probably going to need it after all that candy they eat.
I don't mind. I never minded popcorn balls. The worst one I ever got, it was from a family member. It was Aunt Dolores. She actually ran out of these homemade cookies that she had made, and I think she had made them then later, like next week, and we had some, and they were freaking terrible. So instead, she gave us IOUs.
Apparently, the poor baking runs in the family. She gave
gave
you
you an
IOUs.
She gave us IOUs and pennies.
Yes.
That was the worst.
Did you take back the IOU and turn it in?
Yeah, for those terrible, shitty cookies. She's like, "Hey, come on up and make sure you bring those IOUs." And we gave it to her, and of course the cookies were so rock hard and
Hockey pucks.
yeah, and
They were
so-
hockey pucks.
And they were some weird flavor, and it's just like, oh, okay, I guess chocolate chips too hard, but yeah, that was the worst. But bless her heart, at least she did something. But it was
He
Hey,
was
for
trying.
she only made like 15 cookies anyways. She's like, I ran out 3 hours ago. I'm like, all right.
Oh shoot.
So okay, so what are who do you think is the scariest horror villain?
I mean, I'm a big Halloween fan, like the franchise, so I'd probably pick Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
Like, okay.
Something about that simple mask and
And the
he's just a
music,
huge
that
figure,
music, that
the
little
music,
piano.
yeah.
What
Gets you every
about
time.
they made way too many of them, but the first couple 3 Saws I
Mhm.
thought were pretty good.
Yeah.
Was
So
there a main character in that
You're
though?
scared of that little doll that
Jig-
comes
is
out
it-
in the
Is that the little
Jigsaw.
doll on the tricycle thing?
Jigsaw.
Yep, I'm not really scared of that doll, but
That
I guess
thing freaked me out, man.
what that doll represents, I suppose, I would be scary.
For if you woke up tomorrow in a dark, cold bathroom and there was a TV that had fuzz on it, and then all of a sudden Jigsaw comes in and is like, let's play a game. For you've lived in some terrible part of your life. Now there's a key in your upper rectum, and you only have this small, dull knife that you have to get out. And if you don't, your face will explode.
Is this Batman?
I don't know. I can do Jigsaw, man. I can't do Jigsaw.
I would
would
be
freak out.
more weirded out, I think.
Well, this is different.
What's the movie where that girl, like, with the hair over her face, crawls out of the TV screen?
Grudge.
The Ring.
The
Oh,
Ring.
The
The
Ring.
Ring.
Yeah.
I would say that character to me is pretty scary.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Man.
Okay. I would
What
have
about
to.
you?
For me,
Yep.
it's like a tie between Pennywise the Clown from It and then Annabelle.
So you're not a clown fan.
Oh, I hate clowns.
I'm
Hate-
not surprised for some reason.
Just clowns freak me out, and especially since my wife is she loves learning like serial killers and like basically the psychology of them. And like one of them is John Wayne Gacy, and the thing is what he did, I was just like the terrible atrocities that he did. But on his side hustle was dressing up as Bogo the Clown and going to kids' birthday parties. And his outfit is in a museum. You can see what he dressed up at. It's oh my gosh. It just gives me chills thinking about it.
Your wife needs to better exploit all of your fears. Like she has so many opportunities. It's unreal.
Oh, I'm a jumpy person to begin with. I'm an absolute jumpy person. Oh, and trust me, she takes advantage of all my fears.
We need to start having her video these so we can start posting all the time she's scared.
Allie, skip this part of the podcast. Just fast
gonna
forward
put
30
you-
seconds. Skip this.
She's gonna put you in a room full of mice with clowns in every corner,
God,
and in the middle is just a list of chores.
she's gonna dress the mice up as little clowns, and it'd be like the most horrible little miniature circus I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Speaking of all your fears, Jarett, we've talked about this before,
Yes.
but can we please talk about this haunted house that's in Tennessee?
Dude,
Now,
it's not even a haunted house, if you ask me. It's
So-
just like
No, that's true.
I don't know. It's like an endurance. Like, how much crap can you take and actually live through it? And are you mentally tough enough to just have somebody do whatever they want to you and get through it?
so explain what it is.
Yeah, so there's a haunted house in Tennessee, and the name of it is escaping my mind. But if you Google it, you'll find it. And basically, what this guy has done, I assume he has quite a bit of money or something, because he has this area where you can apply to come out. In order to be on the show, you have to, 1, sign a 40-page waiver, 2, have a physical from your doctor that says you're fit enough to do it, and 3, you have to watch the video that he has put together, which is basically a compilation of a bunch of people that have done it, and it's at the end where they're all begging for mercy and saying, I give up. Like, please stop, I'm done. And essentially the different thing about this is you guys are right, is it's a little different. It's not like you're going through a haunted house and people are jumping out and scaring you. It seems like he in some ways almost hypnotizes you or changes your mental state somehow to where maybe he puts you in a little kiddie pool and you think you're in an ocean with sharks and you just start freaking out. But if you go on and Google like these people quitting, they're like either in the middle of being buried alive or, duct tape on their face. And like, they look like they've been through hell. But if you make it through, which by the way, it's free to do if you get accepted. If you make it through, he gives you $20,000. Jarett, we need to sign you up. No one's made it through. Jarett, you've got this.
No one has made it through, and I think the only cost is a bag of dog food because he says he has 5 dogs.
Yeah. A bag of dog food.
Yeah. So I don't, and the thing, and that's kind of why it's intriguing because I've never been hypnotized. Now, I've never been to a hypnotist, so I couldn't even tell you if that's something of the realm of a possibility of me being hypnotized because I think it's a crock of baloney. I don't fully believe in hypnotism. So for him to make me think that something bad is going to happen to me when I know in my mind is just like, well, he's not going to kill me.
There's been people, though, of footage where they didn't even get out of the car yet. Like, they're in the car and he's talking to them or whatever, and they don't even start yet, and they're already giving up.
That would be me. First of all, I wouldn't even go. How stupid and weird do you have to be to want to do this?
20 grand.
I don't
care. 10 hours, and it's 10 basically like 10 hours of torture, but it's just like it's not even torture because it's not like real actual torture where they're putting your hand in a vice grip or they're waterboarding you because obviously that stuff
it's all mental. It's all mental. You're not actually being physically harmed.
He did say there is a guy that's had a heart attack,
but it was probably from being scared.
Yeah. So what I would like to do is see it in action, like not have it happen to me, but I would like to see it from afar.
Yeah, you can't do that. Come on. Huh? You gotta just go. You got this. Which, by the way, I've said I will match the 20,000 if you can beat this. So we're looking at 40 grand for you to complete this contest.
You what?
Yeah, that's what I said in the text. I said I'll match it.
I didn't see that.
Rusty said he'd pitch in.
He said it. I did not say I'd pitch in. I'll just call you stupid and watch it. Have you guys watched the videos?
That's the thing. I would like to see.
Yeah.
Like, I watched a little bit of it. And I don't know if you've looked at everything, but he used to just have his own place in California. It wasn't originally in Tennessee, and like it was just in his backyard. And they would just bring people into his backyard. And then he didn't do the $20,000 like reward if you get through. But it's similar. But some of those videos, like people getting ready to do it and they're signing the waiver, and the people helping them are like hitting him across the head. And then later on, they're like tarantulas are, crawling all over these people's faces, and they have them like gagged, and their hands are cuffed, and you can see like they've been putting their heads in water and just dunking them in crap, and there's all sorts of stupid crap. Like, it's just not fun and entertaining to me. I'm just like, these people are freaking weird.
Yeah, never mind. Count me out. There's no way.
Yeah, dude.
There's
okay. Can we at least get you through? I've seen this. I don't know if there's any nearby. Would you do a haunted car wash?
Yes. Can I stay in my car?
Yes.
Yes, I would do a haunted car wash.
That would be cool.
You would do a haunted car wash?
Yeah. This is what I would do the whole time.
No, you have to look.
I would cover my face.
No,
I would cover my face the whole time.
No, yep. Haunted car wash, hands tied behind your back. You cannot look down. Would you do it?
What am I going to get? I'm not doing it for free.
No, why?
No, because I told you how much I hate just haunted anything.
Do it for the show.
Haunted puppy houses, haunted brothels. No, I'm not anything. But that's haunted in the name. I am not going to go. It is
not even
not
for the
going
show.
To happen. Huh?
Not even for the show.
Oh my gosh!
It's a haunted car wash. You're in your freaking car.
He said haunted brothels. That's all I heard. I heard brothels, and I just stopped.
Even thinking about it's just like, well, yeah, I would do it in my car. That'd be fine. But oh man, even then, just thinking about it now, I'd be like, oh my gosh, what? I don't know.
You hate to be scared that much.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm an absolutely jumpy person.
We have
So
to.
here comes one of my topics. Not to really completely segue, but
do it.
I just want a good story here. Most scared, or one of the most scared instances you've ever been in your life. Jarett has to have a good one.
Well, we could probably talk all night.
Apparently scared of everything.
I don't know. There's nothing in particular that comes to my mind. I feel like I've been more scared, like doing something where I afraid I was going to get caught, than I have been like scared I'm going to get attacked or shot, or it was TP in your house. I mean, we used to do it every week.
Well, we didn't catch anybody. Why would you be scared?
I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know if I've had anything like. Okay, I have had one where I was kind of scared. There's an old abandoned hospital, and we were behind the hospital, and playing a game, and supposedly these ghosts started talking to us, and we saw some movement, and it was abandoned. No one was in there anymore or anything. Saw some movement up in a window in the haunted house. Or in the old hospital. I would say that's the most like freaked, and I wasn't scared for my life, but like the chills, like that's the most scared I've ever been. Like I couldn't imagine going in that night after doing all of that, going into the hospital and like walking around. Wow, there's no way I could have done that.
What about you, Jarett?
So so this kind of makes me think, because I have to think of the most scared I've ever been. And I can think of two big occasions. The first one started when I was a kid. And I remember we have this pasture behind our house. And I think it was just me, my brothers, and my dad. We went out there. I think we shot some guns. And as we were walking back, I remember for some reason, and I don't know why. And to me, maybe I'll remember, maybe I have this memory wrong. I don't know. So we're walking, and I remember stopping. I stopped walking, and my leg's in the air. And I look down, and I swear to you, I'm about to step on a rattlesnake.
Oh.
But I don't know what made me stop and what made me look down.
You have spidey sense.
It's never happened since. It's never happened since. And I remember freaking out. Just absolutely.
Did you freeze? What'd you do?
I fell backwards, and I backed up and everything. And I remember just holding on to my older brother. And so I feel like this memory makes no sense, because then I remember my dad and my little brother going up to the snake, kind of looking at it. And of course we had guns, and they just took a gun and just, twice. And of course the snake just unleashes this weird sound, like, and that was it.
I feel like this was a nightmare.
It's believable.
Not a real occurrence.
Yeah. Oh, I've had nightmares too. But then the second scariest I've ever been, it was at a scary movie. It was Annabelle. It was the second Annabelle movie. And this is the first time in a scary movie that I actually yelled out loud twice. Like an actual verbal scream.
At the theater?
At the theater. It was.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh, it was a man yell. I mean,
Are you sure? I was gonna ask how high pitched it was.
It was pretty low. it was a low.
It was pretty low.
Oh, it was a super low. I was like, oh, that's scary. But there was two moments in that film that I literally jumped and screamed, and I was hugging onto my wife, and I was just squeezing her. So
did you pee your pants either time? Rattlesnake.
I only pee my pants when there's something funny going on. I don't pee my pants when it's something scary.
Rusty, what about you?
Besides when Patrick Mahomes' kneecap came out.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
You can't be scared of
No.
that.
Yeah.
That was scary, man, for our season. Come on.
He's fine.
He's the
Yeah, he's fine.
franchise. No,
That's St. Francis.
I'll have two instances too. So the most scared I've ever been, similar, I watched a scary movie. It was The Conjuring. Watched that movie. It wasn't that I was the most scared like during the movie, but like I literally went home and could not sleep that entire night. Like literally was just sitting awake in my bed thinking like, oh my God, that was just the scariest crap I've ever seen. The other one really shouldn't have scared me that much, but I remember it vividly. I was probably like, I don't know, 8 years old, and we were on a family vacation, and we had stopped at a rest stop, and I went. It was at a gas station, and it was one of those where you had to have like a key to get into the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the key, I go in the restroom, and then I'm done, and I'm trying to leave, and the door's locked, and like I must have left the key like on the outside of it and just let it shut, and I cannot get it to open, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, what if it was late at night? I was like, what if my parents just get in the car and they leave me? So I'm like literally banging on the door, like yelling, and all of a sudden my dad walks in and he's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
You out there, candy cane?
Yeah. But I was literally probably the most scared I've ever been in my life.
Wow.
Like, heart racing, like I thought I was going to be left alone to die.
So I have two more occasions.
I told you we could talk all night on these.
Yeah, I know. I just remember two more times. So when I was living in Nebraska, I lived in a house that was across the street from a funeral home. And so I remember one night I was watching, because usually I like to have some white noise in the background, just maybe like a movie playing or something before I could fall asleep. And I remember one night I decided, it's like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to watch a movie tonight. I'm just going to go to bed and try to get some sleep. And I swear to you, I heard my name twice. I swear I heard it. I'm like, nope, never mind. Turn back on the movie, turn it up a little bit, and then try to went to bed. So, and then the second time was I'm staying up late, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I hear meow. I'm like I know I don't own a cat.
That's good.
Like,
That's good
I'm
when
like-
you know you don't own a cat.
And I just like, and at first I just had to look around. It's just like, okay, what is it? And I just wait. And then didn't hear nothing for like 5-10 minutes. Still nothing. Like, okay, maybe it's like I know I heard it. I know that was so audible. And then another again. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And
I still don't own a cat.
I was like, I'm 99% sure I do not own a cat. And so like I stand up on my couch, and once again, it's midnight. It's 1 o'clock, and I am not falling asleep. I'm like, what is this? What is going on? And I start yelling. I start yelling in my house. I'm like, hey, you get out of here. Hey, I got a bat. You get out of here.
You're scared of the cat?
A bat. Yeah, like a baseball bat.
No, but you're scared of
You're scared of the cat.
Well, I don't know what's in the house. My house was 2 stories, and so I heard it again, like meow. I'm like, something is going on. Like this is like
There's a cat.
there was a cat.
Yeah.
And then I didn't sleep. I did not fall asleep at all that night. And so I go in the morning, and we had a morning talk show, me and this lady, Sue Moore. I don't know if Sue listens to the podcast, but I said on the podcast, I said in the morning show, it's like, hey, sorry everyone, I'm dead tired. I am dead tired. I swear there's a cat in my house. I don't know where it's at, but I heard it meowing all night, and it scared the bejesus out of me. Somebody called in. It's like, hey, it was my neighbor. It's like, oh, hey, our cat's missing. I'm like,
together.
okay. So it's like, well, let me run over your guys' house, and like maybe you guys can come over to the house and look for the cat. And so they do. They go upstairs, and the cat had got under my couch, and it was pinned underneath there, and it couldn't get out. And so they got the cat out, And then once they left and I fell asleep, I must have slept for like 10 hours. I was freaking out. I'm like,
Thank
I
God.
don't want a cat.
Those cats, they'll get you.
It was a
Are you
ghost cat.
serious?
I am dead serious. I wish I had made that up.
I do
I'm
too.
dead serious.
I felt really bad for you when you said you were scared of mice, but now I just know you're a serial killer. How can you be scared of a cat meowing?
I didn't know what it was. I told you. I didn't know what a cat.
It's a cat.
I didn't know that. I thought it was a ghost cat. Or I thought it was something else. I thought it was
are worse.
Yeah, those are the worst kind of cats.
Yes.
So
Which
yeah.
brings up another interesting topic. Are
Okay.
ghosts real? Do you guys believe in ghosts?
I've never had an experience, so I can't say I can't confirm. I can't say yes.
I'm a skeptic. I'm not so sure either.
Well, do you mean ghosts or cat ghosts?
Definitely cat ghosts. They're real. Because I just
cat
heard the
ghosts
story.
are real. Cat ghosts are obviously real.
I just have to say no. I've never had any sort of ghost experience. So, and I guess maybe the hospital example I used was one, but I need to prove it. I need to double down on it. So
I'm a skeptic, but I also believe like the mind sometimes sees what it wants to see. So like if you're seeking it out and you're like hoping to see it, sometimes I think that you just end up seeing things and it's maybe not actually what you think.
So I think
don't know if
this
that makes
brings
sense.
up something. I think maybe we should do an episode where we go to some place haunted, and do an episode from there.
I'd be down
You
for
just
that.
gave. Oh, I thought Jarett was gonna have like major anxiety. You're gonna go look for ghosts, but a freaking cat up in your room was like the worst thing ever.
He feels that safe with us.
I do. If I'm in if I'm, which is weird. If we're together and we go to a quote unquote haunted house, I feel safe. Now, if we go to a pay $10 and go through and it's 5 minutes haunted house, F that. That's not happening. Even if I'm with you guys, it's not.
You want to go to a spirit place?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I would like to do that, but I believe in ghosts, and it's nothing that I've experienced. It's stories from other people that I've heard from. That it's just like
I've heard some good stories too. I want to believe them, but it's like, how can all these people have good stories, but I've never really experienced anything like it.
We're going to together.
Here we go. We're doing it. Let's go.
So the one story that I know of, a couple of them, one of them is the Catholic Church in Atwood. And what happened was, I think they were getting ready for this guy. He was becoming a deacon. And so there was this lady, she had taken a cooler down. She had taken a cooler downstairs, and she put 2 other coolers of like tea on top of another cooler. So maybe big thermostats of tea. So she put them on the cooler. She turned around. She took 5 steps, and then all of a sudden she heard splash. Something had pushed one of the big giant thermostats 5 feet, and all the tea was spilled out. And remind you, this was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Was it dark?
No, it was not. It was not dark.
Do we know for sure she centered the thermostat on top of the cooler?
I don't know.
We got our own little myth buster here.
And then it was, once again, this is all happened around this guy becoming a deacon.
Did she hear a meow?
No, it was not.
Then I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Fake.
Not a ghost story until you hear a meow.
And then around the same time, 2 ladies were cleaning the kitchen, or they were getting ready. They were making something, and then one of the ladies like, "Man, my back is on fire. Like, it is just burning up." It's just like, I just got this itch. I'm like, what is going on? And so it's like, I can't get it. I can't reach it. So it's just like, can you take a look? Can you take a look? Lifted up her shirt, 3 marks down her back. And if you know anything about demons and everything else, you know 3 is the sign of demons and the devil. So with all these experiences that people had been going on in the basement of the church, the priest at the time knew and went to seminary school with someone who studied exorcism. And I think the Catholic Church, it doesn't put out a public notice of priests who go through exorcisms or they do exorcisms. I think that's kind of a secret list. So the priest called up his buddy. He's like, hey, look, we got these things going on right now. I fully believe it. You need to come down here. And so the priest's like, yeah, I got some time in like 2 or 3 months or something. I'll come down. And then our priest was like, no, you have to be here tomorrow. Like, this is freaking people out. We believe we might have something here. And so he actually made a trip from Salina, came to Outwood, actually did a real life exorcism in the basement of the church. And as far as I know, they haven't experienced anything since.
Wow.
So
I will say there's a difference between ghosts and like demons. Like, I'm
Is
talking
there?
like, do you
Is
believe
there?
in ghosts? Like, you know,
Well, it's just like there's
old
good people and bad
Joe
people.
that died is still walking around in the hospital, or there's a demon like possessing someone. Like, I believe in exorcisms and all that stuff, but anyways, that's a whole nother topic.
yeah.
That stuff's freaky.
I think should we wrap things up here?
Are we gonna do some this or that?
Let's do
Okay.
some this or that. Yeah.
I don't have a ton. I really just wrote down one.
Let's do it.
Did you guys have any?
I got one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
here's like everybody's probably nightmare. Gun to your head. You have to choose. You're in like a wooden box. You have to either be covered in spiders or covered in snakes.
Spiders.
Seriously.
Yep.
I think I would pick snakes.
Oh. Ooh.
The thing with spiders, and I guess it depends how like big they are, like spiders could like freaking crawl in your ear canal.
Dude.
like-
Now, Indiana Jones, baby. I hate snakes.
Yeah.
Why
Hate
does it
snakes.
have to be snakes?
I think I could deal with the snakes.
All right, I got a this or that for you too.
Okay.
Have to spend the night either haunted house or graveyard.
A haunted house for sure.
Haunted house.
Yeah.
I don't think
Because
either of them
Just
would really
for the
bother
chance to
me.
experience something.
Yes,
or
because I feel like that would be a good chance to experience something. Yeah.
Okay.
You're talking about like a legit haunted
A
house, not like
known haunted
okay,
house.
okay,
A
we'll-
known
we'll
haunted
say-
house.
Haunted house, haunted graveyard.
I
So
guess
there's
I
a
would.
chance to experience something in both.
I'd rather
I'm
sleep
not like
inside a
scared
house.
of either one of them. I would probably pick the house.
You'd rather
Yeah.
pick the house? Okay. Okay.
What about you?
I would pick the house because I think a house would be a lot less scary than a graveyard.
Hmm.
So I would pick the house.
Jarett, a haunted graveyard filled with cats or a haunted graveyard filled with mice?
Oh my god.
This is my nightmare.
This is my nightmare. Well, I would say cats.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the cats are
I would
going to
say
eat all the
I'd
mice.
rather have haunted
Absolutely.
cats.
Yeah.
Mice.
And okay, fair enough.
Okay.
All right, finish things up. Favorite. Let's go around and see if we can agree maybe on one or favorite Halloween song. Jarett, you played one to start the episode,
I did.
which I like. The Monster Mash.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
I would have to say, "This Is Halloween"
Okay.
from the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
I think-
So, according to Billboard, that's actually number 4 all-time top Halloween song.
Okay, I can probably guess number 1.
Rusty?
I mean, I'm going with the Halloween theme, like the theme song to Halloween. That's just what I want.
How's that go?
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Halloween.
That was
That-
a good low.
Thank you.
I'm not doing the
That-
theme song to Halloween.
the theme song from Halloween. Oh, the little.
Oh, that.
Okay.
Yeah, that is pretty classic. That is pretty classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
To me, it's not Halloween until you hear that song. You gotta watch at least one of those movies.
Yeah, that's that's spooky.
I'm gonna pick then to finish it out, Jared. I'm gonna pick what I'm guessing you think is number one,
Okay,
which is
I was gonna say Thriller.
Thriller.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so classic, man. Michael Jackson, great song.
What about the Ghostbusters theme?
It's number 2, and
Okay.
number 3 is Monster Mash. Yeah, Ghostbusters
Okay.
theme is good. I agree.
Yeah.
But Thriller, classic.
It really is. It's tough to beat that. And I'm a little disappointed that Halloween doesn't have more music attached to it. I think it's got, especially with, because I'm a fan of hard rock and metal, I'm surprised there isn't more scary music. Maybe like with Christmas, there's Christmas tunes. I think Halloween should have something.
I would say Christmas is a bigger holiday, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just
okay. Let's see if I've got one maybe that you guys can maybe agree on. Let's do something fun real quick. Okay. So scary movie, like the franchises always have like Halloween had Michael Myers. Friday the 13th is Jason.
Voorhees,
yes. What are some of the others? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Leatherface.
Who do we think, if they were all fighting each other, who's going to come out victorious?
Leatherface. He's got a chainsaw.
I would say Jason Voorhees. He lives in your nightmares. He doesn't die.
He always comes. Thinking, did he live in your nightmares, or are you thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street? You're thinking of Freddy Krueger.
Oh, so who's Jason Who's Voorhees then?
Jason Voorhees is the one that always goes to like Camp Crystal Lake, and he kills all the kids that are having promiscuous sex.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking Freddy Krueger then. Yeah.
Freddy Krueger lives in your nightmares. Yes, you fall asleep. He kills
Jason Voorhees is the one with like kind of the old school hockey goalie mask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's Jason Voorhees.
Oh, okay. So Rusty, you said you're a fan of the Halloween franchise, right?
Yes.
What mask does he wear?
Answer Rusty's question first.
I did. I told you. I said Russ. I said Jason.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I said Freddy Krueger.
But that wasn't an option, was it?
It's an option. Yeah, any of them that are Halloween franchises.
Gotcha. Okay.
I would probably also pick Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
I agree. Like you have to fall asleep eventually.
Yeah.
You're going to die. So
everybody sleeps, even bad guys.
Yep.
So
what was your question? What's his mask?
Yeah. So obviously in Halloween, what Mike Myers wears a mask.
Yeah.
Where's the mask come from? Like, what is that a mask of?
I couldn't even tell you.
Skin.
No.
What is it?
It's an actor. It's a famous actor.
Couldn't even tell you.
You don't know?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? What
What's
if I said
from?
Star Trek? What if I said Star Trek?
Serious?
Yep.
Really?
Spock.
It's a William Shatner mask.
Huh.
So there you go. That's a nice little tidbit. So maybe before we close out, favorite costume when you guys were growing up. When you went Halloween, what was your favorite costume?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. You never had a favorite when you were a kid?
Yeah, Ninja Turtle.
That's right. Did you go as Donatello?
I probably went as Leonardo. I was stupid back then.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I went as Michelangelo. That was my favorite one.
Nice.
I think maybe I went as Indiana Jones once.
Okay.
You think?
I think so.
You think so?
I don't know. If not, I dressed up like him when it wasn't Halloween.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, you just always carried a whip. That doesn't make you Indiana Jones.
I did have a whip. It was the end of a broomstick handle with a shoelace stapled to it.
Yes.
Oh man.
Good stuff. I did have a trivia for us, but we don't have to do it. I don't know if we're gonna have time for it anyways.
We can fit it in.
Yeah, we can make this 2 hours.
Yeah.
It won't take long because it's all very short, just like taglines from scary movies.
Okay.
So we can try to fit it in there.
Or
do you know scary movies at all?
No.
You might know some of them. Should we play or should we not?
Like
Let's
we
do
can. I'm gonna get absolutely flambasted.
All right.
It's like sports
Let's-
trivia all over again.
Let's go with fur first, okay?
Okay.
So I'm just gonna say the line. You can tell me what movie it's from. Here's Johnny.
The Shining.
You're right.
That's a good one.
I thought you were gonna get spanked on this trivia.
Well, that's a classic one.
Okay. All right, Jarrett.
Okay.
They're here.
Poltergeist.
Yep.
Okay.
I wouldn't
We're
have
gonna
got
get this
that.
one too. I'm just
Okay.
gonna go down the line. Do you want to play a game?
Saw.
See, you're doing pretty good.
I'm getting lucky. But I'll take it.
You're gonna get some of these lucky ones. I know it. Okay. Jarrett,
Okay.
whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
See, you guys are getting all these.
Yeah. Okay.
My streak might end here.
All right, Fur. Hi, I'm Chucky. You want to play?
I want to say Chucky, but it would be
Chucky's not the name.
Chucky's the name of the doll. Child's Play.
There you
Yep.
go.
See, you're pretty good at this.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna get a little harder.
Okay.
Okay, Jarrett. Sometimes dead is better.
Sometimes. Oh, Pet Cemetery.
Yeah. See, Jarrett.
Damn.
Jarrett's
I have
really
no
good at this.
idea. I'm gonna get roasted here eventually.
Okay. Fur. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Oh man, I don't know if I've seen that. Wait. Say it again. Movies don't create psychos.
Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Is that from Scream?
It sure is.
Yes.
Oh, man, I would have not have gotten that. I would have not
Killing
have
it.
gotten that.
Let's go.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. And then let's go back to Jarrett.
So we're tied.
This
Yeah.
one's too easy. Okay. We all go a little mad sometimes. This is a
Oh, man.
classic. Classic.
We all go
Ooh.
mad a little sometimes.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I'll say American Psycho.
Close. It's just Psycho.
Oh, it
So
is
like
a
the
Psycho?
Alfred-
Okay.
the
There's a
Alfred
difference?
Hitchcock. Yep.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
It's close though.
Yeah.
Okay. You should get this one too, Fur.
Oh man, you're making me nervous.
The power of Christ compels you.
So the first thing I wanted to say was Dead Men on Campus, but that's not a. I don't know this one.
I do.
No guesses.
No, I mean I.
Think of a girl's head twisting around her body and throwing out green pea soup.
Did we talk about this movie? Is this the one where
No.
she comes out of the screen?
No.
No.
I don't know.
The Exorcist. Come on.
Mm.
I figured you'd get that one.
That makes sense because I'm sure that was said during the exorcism, huh?
Yep.
I don't know. I think they just read
Okay,
Bible
it's
verses.
Could be. Two more left.
Okay.
Okay.
Need you to miss
Jarrett.
this. Wait, what's the score? Jarrett missed one too, didn't he?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so we're still
So
tied.
It's tied. Yeah.
Or am I one up? I'm one up because I started.
You're right. You are one up.
Jarrett, you've got to get this. No pressure.
Okay.
Was that the boogeyman? Yes, I believe it was.
I think I know this actually.
Was that the boogeyman? Yes, I believe. I don't have a guess. Do I get a hint?
I mean,
You
I
gave
can't
you
give
gave
much
her
of
the
a hint.
you gave her the puking girl.
We weren't going to give it to him.
I wasn't gonna get
Just
it.
trying to help him. Yeah, I wasn't going to give him that one, even if he
Yeah.
got it.
I don't have the slightest idea.
Guess any Halloween movies?
Candyman.
No. Do you know, Fur?
Is it just Halloween?
Sure was.
Ah, jeez.
Yep.
I was not gonna get that one.
All right, Fur. This is for the double win.
Yeah.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice.
That's oh man. I gotta think what the movie's called. That's the character Hannibal Lecter.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I know it.
Silence of the Lambs, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there
First.
you
You
go.
won.
Let's go. Heck yeah. That was fun. We
You
didn't
should
take too
play.
long.
You should play Thriller then underneath that for his little victory song.
Yes. Perfect.
So, yeah.
Well, we have some AIs, guys. We need to fill Jared's house with cats and but more importantly, I think we owe it to our fans to go to some sort of haunted house and do an episode from there. What do you
Good.
think?
Yeah.
We're doing it?
Game.
I'd be down.
Do the fans want it? That's what I want to know. Do they want to see this? We need to hear from you all.
Mm-hmm.
Do
As
we
long
need to
as
go?
there's not a cat, a ghost cat, I'm down.
I hope there's a ghost cat. I want to see some kind of ghost.
That's
I
the most ridiculous story I've ever heard in my life. I love it.
Well,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in on this special Halloween episode. We hope everyone has a wonderful and safe Halloween this year. So until next time, not exactly experts, signing off.